Hello and welcome to my second weather briefing. My name is Jacob Kenney. This is for aviation meteorology. Here we're just diving right into the current METAR pulled off of avitweather.gov today for the Grand Forks region here. On the 14th day you see 2253 Zulu. We have winds at 15 knots out of 190. So basically from the south, almost southwest. We see those winds gusting to 25 knots. Good visibility, got 10 statute miles there. As for clouds, we see few at 1500 to scattered to 2500. And we have our temperature and dew point there, 32 and 19. Current altimeter there, 2986. And moving on to the remarks, we see peak winds at 190, 27 knots. And we see our sea level pressure there as well. Now expanding on that for Grand Forks region, we can see our TAF here. Just moving from top to bottom, you can see all the different time periods on the 15th. 03Z to 08Z, 10Z, and 17Z all the way down there. You can see the different TAF forecasts here. So with the 03C for Grand Forks, we can see winds at 240 at 8 knots. Visibility about 6 statute miles all the way down the board there. Clouds scattered at 8,000 and broken at 1,500. And 08Z, we can see the wind shift a little bit, 310, goes up a knot to 9 knots. Visibility the same there. Looks like the clouds are dropping a little bit down to 4,000, broken at 6,000. Going on later in the day, down to 10Z, we can see another wind shift there. Another 1 knot increase at 10 knots, and 330 with their wind shift there. Again, same visibility, and looks like our clouds are starting to climb a little bit, moving up to 10 and 12. And then finally our 17Z, looks like the winds kind of shift back, reverse direction now at 300. And again, 1 more knot shift increase, 11 knots. Same visibility, and another climb on our clouds view at 2,500. Out here, taking a look at our ceiling and visibility. Mainly in our region, you can see, as demonstrated by the key there, green dots for VFR. We're predominantly dominated by VFR, and mainly all of North Dakota, until you see that one blue dot of marginal VFR down in the southwestern, almost mid-southwest region of North Dakota. So mainly in all of the northern area of the continental U.S. here, you're going to see basically pretty good VFR visibility. The only spots you see the red dots of IFR there in some sections of Illinois, down into western West Virginia almost. And again, a lot of scatters of VFR, some occasional scatters of marginal VFR. No examples here shown of anything other than just those 3 categories. Taking a look at the radar, just clipped a little snap off of the website so you can't actually see the loop, but if the loop were playing, you'd be noticing that squall line there up in North Dakota is moving eastbound. Some red, orange, and yellow spots there showing some convective activity. Just a nice line going, moving straight east through the Dakota region. Minnesota and surrounding states look relatively clear there. Moving into the Midwest states, you can see a lot of action going on there, especially in central Illinois. A lot of convective activity going on over there. And again, moving western of this chart, southwest area, you see some more activity down there. Not too much convection, but a lot of cloud coverage, possibly some precip. And now moving on, taking a look at our satellite here. Again, this is another clip, so you can't see the actual loop. But if again that loop were playing, you'd be noticing the cloud coverage there moving from west to east, moving straight east through North Dakota. You can see that cloud coverage, kind of that squall line that we saw earlier on the radar, moving north and south. It's moving straight east through the Dakotas, and then taking a look at that Midwestern area in Illinois, the surrounding states. You can see a lot of coverage going on there, and then all the way down in the southwest corner, all of that cloud coverage that we discussed in the last slide. Moving away from the radar and satellite imagery, moving right on to our PIREPs here. You notice you don't see too much going on in the Dakotas, minus that one moderate at 3,400 there in the very southwest corner, northwest corner of North and South Dakota. I can see a couple coming up in mid-eastern Minnesota, right in the middle of Minnesota. A lot of reports going on right there. Again, you can see a lot of different reports made in the Midwestern states because we were discussing that. A lot of convective activity going on there. And but for the most part, the Dakotas, especially Grand Forks, Fargo region, you don't see anything going on there for the current forecast. Looking on to our convective outlook, you can see a fair amount of activity going on. Again, especially in those Midwestern states, you can see those red outline boxes of convective activity and themselves surrounded by that orange outline. As for North Dakota, you can see a convective box there right in the center of North Dakota with that red convective box and the orange lining almost around the entire state of North Dakota there. Now here we can see our freezing level chart with the key in the bottom right corner there from freezing levels from the surface all the way up in hundreds of feet in MSL. North Dakota you see is completely dominated by that red region of between the 150 and 170. So it shouldn't be too much of a concern if we were to be using this real world in our Cessnas or Seminoles, if you will. Again, it is summertime, so that's not too abnormal. You don't see a whole lot of surface freezing level going on in continental U.S. minus all the way on the outskirts there. Generally predominated by that red region. Here taking a look at our surface level prognostic chart here. This isn't too unfamiliar. We've covered this in our previous weather briefings. So again, you see all of those icons of the H's and L's showing the high and low pressure systems, all of the different fronts there. You see a stationary front going all the way through the Midwestern states. You kind of see it cut straight through Iowa, almost intercepts Nebraska there. You see that cold front up in southern Montana region, slices all the way through that state. That continues going west into Oregon, turning itself into a stationary front, as shown by the blue and red combined lining with the two shapes there for its respective fronts, the circle and triangle. If you follow that front, leaving eastern Montana all the way to the north, keep going north into mid to northern Canada, you see that turning into that purple oculated front. And again, going straight east in Canada there, you can see another oculated front all the way in the northeastern area of Canada. And then finally moving on to our low-level significant weather chart. It's generally pretty easy chart to interpret here. Again, you got that clear key right there at the bottom of both charts, demonstrating what each item means as you look at this chart in regards to the lining, the type of lining, its shape, its color. So on the left you see the 12-hour significant weather, low-level surface to 400. You can see right there in western Illinois, you see the blue kind of curvy line going up into Michigan region, Wisconsin region, and you correlate that down to the key. You see the ceiling 1,000 to 3,000 feet, and or visibility 3 to 5 miles. As you go looking down, again looking at Illinois, going straight to southern Illinois, and then moving its way east through West Virginia, Tennessee area, you see that light blue dotted line there, as indicated in the key, the freezing level above mean sea level. Not seeing anything with the solid light blue kind of crisscrossy line that shows freezing level at surface. That's not too abnormal since this is summertime, not too much cold temperature going on in the U.S. Looking for turbulence. On our left chart there, you can see the dotted orange, dark yellow, if you will, lining, kind of outlining throughout all of North Dakota, northwestern South Dakota, showing our moderate or greater turbulence. So that would definitely be something we'd want to take note of if we were to go and try and fly today. And that'll do it for this second weather briefing. I hope you found the information covered in this weather briefing accurate and informative, and we'll more than likely be doing that third weather briefing that was offered for extra credits, so hopefully more content to come and more learning opportunities as I continue with this assignment. Thank you.